was on TikTok and I seen this attractive girl, mind you, talk about how she fumbled a man she should have married. Now look, I low-key am interested in this. She got 120,000 likes, so apparently this is good. Let's tap in.
I fumbled the man I probably should have married. And I'm making this post so that y'all don't do the same thing that I did. This is an accountability post. I met him on Hinge, and this was back when the algorithm was working a lot better, and It was like 2022, I believe. I didn't like his profile. I just knew he was gonna like me, and the next day he did. Normally I name names, but just in case he has a new girl and they're at peace, I don't want to disrupt his situation, so I'm not gonna name his name. But anyway, we met up quickly, we went on a date, and we ended up being like glued to each other pretty fast. We were like in a relationship within like a month, I believe. He locked it down. He was not trying to see me single.
Red flag number one. I'm not gonna lie. Anybody who tries to rush into a relationship, red flag. Why are you trying to rush me? Why can't we take our time? Why are you trying to lock it in so fast? What?
This man was fine. He was like 6'3", buff, long hair. He looked like Roman Reigns.
Wait, hold on. You posted this nigga?
Single. This man was fine. He was.
Why would you post him? That's Lock in.
Like 6'3", buff, long hair. He looked like Roman Reigns. Society would easily give him a 9, easily. And if you know me, you know who I'm talking about. But frankly, his looks were pretty irrelevant, honestly. He actually was very kind, very sweet, very empathetic, very...
Bro, okay, I'm sorry. No. We gotta shut this down. So you're gonna blur his face in the last post, but then you're gonna show his text with his face on this. What are we talking about? Nigga look like Roman Reigns. What? Come on, you gotta be better about this, bro. Okay, my commitment level is very high, which I express quite often. I'm never going to control you because that's not in me. I try my best to be the ideal boyfriend and future husband that you deserve. I literally put you before me. Red flag, never put yourself before anybody else, ever. This is your life, not nobody else. I don't care who it is. Besides your kids, never do that. Because what you're worthy of. You know I would do anything for you, and my actions have a line. There's no other person I want in this life. I already found you. I don't control anything. She sounds very controlling.
Very emotional, very in tune with his emotions, but also quite emotional.
Shout out to Zyrex for his birthday. Happy birthday, twin. I ain't gonna lie.
And, you know, he just had a lot of very positive traits. The number one being, he did not play about me at all. We went to brunch with his brother and sister-in-law, and they were kind of cold, like not really like, I don't know, warming up to me. And he called that out immediately.
Because this is not the first time he done that, bro. You're telling me y'all started dating after a month? You're not the first person he did that with, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
He was like, absolutely not. When his brother was not trying to get to know me after, like, we had met, he was like, can you put more effort in with Britt? Like, that's my girl. Like, put some respect on Britt's name. Like, he did not play about me at all. I had never in my life dated a man like that. I had never dated a man who was on my side. Like, who, like, I don't know, defended me. I've never had that before. He also impressed my parents. My mom liked him a lot. She said I broke his heart, and honestly, I agree, But yes, my parents liked him a lot.
How did you break his heart, though?
So we dated for like 6 months, and I kept feeling like something was just missing throughout the relationship. Like something just felt like it was missing. And I would communicate that to him like, oh, I like you a lot. I love you, but like something's just missing. And I didn't know what it was. And this poor guy was just doing his best to try to figure out what was missing, like trying to...
Okay, let's break this first thing down. If something is missing or something feels off with something, either try to address it, understand what it is, but if you can't, dip. What are you talking about? You kept on telling him, oh, so I like you a lot, but something's off? What are you talking about? Don't date him then. The fuck? That's pity at that point, bro. Then he was over here sacrificing himself to figure out what's going on. That's toxic as fuck. What are we talking about?
To make adjustments, but like he just couldn't figure it out, and neither could I. Because I didn't have the self-awareness that I have now. What was missing was chaos. No matter how many adjustments he was willing to make, he couldn't adjust himself to become a chaotic, toxic man when he just wasn't that. And that's
Wait. Go back.
He couldn't adjust himself to become a chaotic, toxic awareness that I have now. What was missing was chaos. No matter how many adjustments he was willing to make, he couldn't adjust himself to become...
So, okay, you're a toxic person. He wasn't toxic, but you wanted toxic. I know exactly what type of girl you are. Okay. This is the type of girl okay, I'm gonna keep it a beat. This is the type of girl that you kick it with, that you crush on the low, but you never date. She's gone through trauma. She's gone through toxic relationships. That's what she's used to. She's not on the frequency, the vibrations to have a stable guy. She wants chaos. She wants that hood young nigga that's over here beating women, getting fast money, and doing drugs and shit. That's what she wants. Even though she's a suburban girly, and you can tell by the car she's driving. She ain't deserve that nigga. What are you talking about? The only problem was chaos. Yo, what? That is the problem. What? What are we talking about? See, this as niggas, as guys, this is why you need to properly vet the woman you're talking to. Because she even admitted, at least she's being honest. She even admitted this shit. She's toxic, and that's what she wanted. I commend her for that. But at the same time, why is the only problem chaos? Isn't that... Nigga, she just wanted an adventure, bro.
I'm a chaotic, toxic
her man was
who
too
just
good for her.
wasn't that. And that's all I had ever been used to. You see, I had not taken the time to like truly heal myself after my relationship prior to him, which was with an abusive guy. Very abusive, emotionally avoidant guy.
Accountability. I do respect that. She's taking accountability. I do respect that.
Unavailable, everything. Okay, I had not healed from that. Not enough to be with a person who was safe. And so one day when he pissed me off, I broke up with him like on a whim. Because the majority...
What? After what? Yeah, you didn't love that nigga. See, listen to me. People need to stop saying I love you. Love is such a strong feeling and strong word. We shouldn't be throwing that around. If you just met somebody and you fuck with them, you don't love them. She clearly, obviously, didn't love this nigga. She just liked how she treated him. She loved the idea of him. Safe, cool guy that she's supposed to be with. But she didn't want to be with him. That's like, bro, that's the issue with this. Again, she's being accountable, so I'm not going to get mad at her. Sis is doing what she's supposed to do. She fucked up and she's taking accountability for her actions. I'm not mad at her. But at the same time, bro, you didn't love him. You liked the idea of him.
My prior relationships were with like antagonistic men. I was not ready to receive someone who was safe and loving and kind and caring. Maybe I didn't think I deserved it. Maybe I couldn't recognize what it was. My nervous system didn't know what to do with safe. My parents were kind of emotionally unavailable. Growing up in that dynamic, you kind of look for that in partners as well. So I ended up with emotionally unavailable men back to back to back. That brings me to my next point. For a while, what I felt like the relationship was lacking was him being a true leader. He would defer to me to make a lot of decisions because he felt like I was more intelligent than him. He would want me to like plan stuff. He would want me to just like make a lot of choices that I felt like the man should.
He has self-image issues. I don't know why, but he has self-image issues. He doesn't think of himself as highly as he should be. He's submitting to you way too much as a man. He's submitting way too much. I think he has some issues too. I'm not going to lie. Because he shouldn't let you or rely on you for everything. He should ask you for opinions, but he shouldn't rely on you for everything.
Should make, and I just didn't want to do that. I wanted like a leader in the way that I saw leader, how I viewed it. But like knowing that he has weaknesses and that I have strengths, and then deferring to me where he's weak and letting him take the reins where he's strong is leadership. Like, okay, he could lead when it comes to protecting and providing and whatever, but he may have needed help with planning and stuff that he's not so good at. But
that's where you help. But she doesn't like helping in that in that department. So they weren't a match. She just liked the idea of him.
I just couldn't see that at the time because I was dumb. I thought I needed 10 out of 10 boxes checked. But relationships are not found, they are built. Soulmates are built. Boxes can be built. If the person is at 7 or 8 and the last 2 need some work, you can meet them halfway. They can meet you halfway. Adjustments can be made. You don't have to break up. So though he had 8 of my 10 boxes, I was still too traumatized to accept him. I couldn't regulate my own nervous system fully yet. I had gotten to that point at 25 and met a very abusive man at 26, and I lost all my progress. So I still needed chaos, and I ruined it. The next guy I dated after that ended up being another avoidant who was emotionally unavailable and ended up breaking my heart worse than anybody else I'd ever experienced in my entire life. So I got my karma pretty fast, I guess. Let this be a lesson. If you've met someone who's good, they protect you well, they show up, they love you, but you feel like something's missing or something feels off or whatever the case may be, or it feels boring, make sure that something is not just the trauma that you're used to. Make sure that, you have healed enough to even receive what they're offering you. You don't need a perfect man. You just need a man that checks enough boxes that you can work with the rest. Anyway,
very good video. Very good video. She took accountability for her wrongs. Gave a good message out. This Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I'm finna leave a like on this shit. I'm finna even, yo, this is a really good video. Very good video. I'm not gonna lie. Because, look, it was a lot of things she did wrong, but at the same time, I said it earlier. I could tell it was just about her. It was just her trauma. A lot of people go through traumas and bullshit and things in their life, and they don't even realize how much is fucking them up. But it clearly, obviously, the abusive relationships she was in the past fucked her mental up and fucked her whole ideology of what a relationship is. And now that she found, and when she found a good man, she wasn't able to accept him because that's just not what she was used to. I'm not gonna lie, W character development, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. Very good video. I really enjoyed that.